All right, this is a Thomas test, and we're going to test the tightness through the hips here, so up in the psoas. So this is exactly the same as what we did for the rec fem, but we're going to be looking for a couple of different things. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to get Andy to grab hold of a leg and hug that into his chest, so we can select one, hug that into his chest. Okay, and so differences before of when we did that first rec fem test, this side was okay, whereas now you can see that ankle is quite a way forward of the knee. What we're also looking for here now, so first up, that ankle in relation to the knee is for that rec fem. Now the height of the knee here to the base of the bed is what shows us for our psoas muscle here. Okay, so we can see it's just up ever so slightly, arguably level with the base of the bed here. So if we're going to work on this, we're going to be very gentle with this because it's in a pretty decent position now. I'm going to brace down on the hip, making sure that beforehand we have permission to put our hands on the client. My leg is just here bracing against his leg, and I'm going to just use the weight of my hand on Andy's knee here. Is that all right through your hip?
Yep.
Okay. Again, most people are quite tight in areas of their hips, so we just want to make sure that we're not using too much pressure here. All right, so the weight of my hand is doing the work. Now ideally we'd probably have a higher bench here for someone as tall as Andy, so we could have a bit more drop for the leg to move through. So now what I'm going to get Andy to do is to bring his knee directly straight up into my hand, so it's like he's trying to raise his leg. That's it. Okay, bracing that hip and just leaving the weight of my hand on that knee. And you see that I keep my wrist, elbow and shoulder in a nice straight line. That keeps it nice and locked. Makes it much easier for me to resist against Andy without having to struggle. And it saves my energy, especially being a smaller person to a bigger client. This makes it much easier for you to work with a wider range of people. And just relax that leg for me. And so this is the problem that we will find on a shorter box, is we can't see exactly how low we've been able to achieve out of that. So again, with that, your technique is to keep that braced. Just use the weight of your hand on the knee. When it comes to the contraction point, the client is going to bring their knee up against your hand, and you're just going to use that locked shoulder position to resist against it until you ask them to relax, and then allow that leg to drop down further. What we look for, again, is that kneecap, the top of it, to be level with the base of the bed, and that's our ideal point.